you say?
Start on the economy, let's go to our second warning about collapse of demand. Explain Johnson 19 that tells you that the Chinese economy is slowing down right now due to the trade war, and this has ripple effect on developing economies that are relying on China. And next, extend Shulman 19 that tells you that BRI is key to rejuvenating the economy because it boosts overseas investment and trade. My opponents tell you that China is super far from recession and it's light years away. However, right now, China doesn't really know what to do financially because they're misallocating money towards BRI. It doesn't matter when the recession is coming, China's on the path to create it themselves. It doesn't matter if the growth rate is around 6.2% right now, it's going to be way lower in the future if the EU doesn't join because China doesn't know what to do with their money right now. But now, let's go to solvency. Go to our second solvency point about financial stability. Extend Turn 17 that tells you that China cannot logistically manage such an ambitious project on its own, and the only possible partner is the EU. Next, extend CSIS 19 that tells you the success of BRI is key to boosting Chinese economy, and extend Freeman 16 that tells you that the Eurasian BRI expansion independently boosts China's economy. The Freeman 16 card is a direct reason to just vote for us right there, because when the EU and the BRI join, this independently boosts China's economy, which just has benefits for the citizens of China. You can cleanly extend this because my opponent still responds to this in rebuttal. Next, onto the impacts. Let's go to the impact on global recession. Extends Clement 16 that tells you that China's economic slowdown, if unchecked, will cause a global recession. Extend ILO 09 that tells you that the 2008 recession pushed millions of people into poverty and unemployment, and this one is going to be much worse. And extend the millennial legacy 18 evidence that tells you that 18 million people die from poverty each year. When you vote neg, you see a ton of people in China go into poverty, which is not only bad if it was in another country, but in China, it's on net worse because China doesn't have that many support systems for people that go into poverty. Now let's go to the next side. Let's start at the top of their case on oppression. Let's go to the term that Nyla reads you in rebuttal. She tells you that the only way we can actually solve the Uyghur oppression is through increased legitimacy through the EU joining the BRI. They keep trying to tell you that when BRI collapses, they're going to stop the oppression, but they fail to realize that this oppression started before the BRI even started. It started in 2009. If the BRI fails now, China's not just going to stop this oppression, they're going to keep it at the 2009 levels. That's still net bad. However, if the EU joins the BRI, we can solve this once and for all, because the EU wouldn't allow Uyghurs to continue being persecuted. The only world where this will actually be happening is if Europe was dependent on China, but our evidence in our case tells you that China is extremely dependent on Europe. If Europe sees something they don't like in China, they're not going to allow it to continue happening. But now let's go to the impacts, because we can take those as well. They tell you that when the BRI collapses, we're going to see Uyghurs essentially being freed, but this isn't what happens, right? When we see the BRI collapse, the Uyghurs are still persecuted, just less. When the EU actually joins the BRI, we're going to see that the EU is going to say, hey, we need you to stop persecuting these Uyghurs, and instead focus on building our economy and your own economy, not hurting your own people. So for those reasons, we urge you to vote after today's round.